of the great rabbis of yesteryear were on Bet Shvat, the 2nd of Shvat. It marks the Hilula of a great Ethiopian rabbi. His name was Rabbi Ayelin Menashe Adgoyachao. Very, very great rabbi in of itself. He was born in English year 1933 and passed away in 2018. He was approximately 85 years of age at the time he passed away. Very, very interesting. We actually just related over another Hilula of a great Ethiopian rabbi only a few days ago. So 2 in 1 week is always fantastic to relate over. Now, he came from great heritage. His father's name was Ayelin, I believe. He was born in the year 1933. Very interesting enough. In Ethiopia, he was born in. Remember, Ethiopia, there was a wave of immigrants that came to the land of Israel, especially in the 1980s. And he was born in the Wololassa region, I believe, of Ethiopia. It's interesting, he would learn Torah under his father's auspices, Ayelin. However, sadly, I think his father passed away when he was young. And I think the year 1940, his mother actually sent him along with, let's say, to a very different area with Torah scroll, also known as Orit at the time, and his father's robe to another village to be educated. And there was another great, let's say, teacher in of itself at that point in time in this specific village, where he would actually learn from Mluksa, I think Nazir Yeneta Maro, that was his name, if I'm not mistaken. And he would learn Torah, bring out great Yirat Shamayim in of itself, celebrate the Shabbatot and the Chagim, the Jewish festivals, and he would go to the Beit Knesset, the synagogue, which was, I think, nearby, interestingly. And I think at that point in time, there was a community over there in the Ethiopian territories in of itself. I think it was his synagogue. The synagogue was his relative's one. Abba Keser Beina Yitzhak, it was reported over, and he himself lived in a nearby village. And it was really an imbued love for the Torah, let's just say, for learning Torah in of itself, where he would actually come and go to this area of Abba Bella in of itself. And much more can be stated and related within regards to the great Chacham. He wanted to really studied with Abba Volela, and I think after his rabbi passed away, I think come out the year 1947. I think by that stage in time he was already bar mitzvah. He reached the stage of being obligated to mitzvot. He looked to search for even more teachers, I think in the Smain Mountains in of itself, and studied with Rav Abba Reuven and Rav Abba Menashe Reuven. Great people in of itself. Now he would get married, I believe, to the daughter of Rav Avram Yaakov and Altesh Anania. And he would, I think initially, once he got married, he would live in the Smain area, and he would later move to the village of Vovdar over there. And he would perform weddings, memorial ceremonies, and other Jewish Torah life cycle happenings in of itself at that point in time. And I think he was close with Kes Menashe Zimru, and he would travel to the various surrounding villages over there and strengthen the community. And let's just say imbue the community with in regards to Torah, Judaism, Yahadut in of itself, and mitzvah observance. And then later on he would move, I believe, reported over to Mount Amba over there. And I think come with the year 1982, he sought to immigrate to the land of Israel. Unfortunately, there was hardships and disasters that befell him. I think it's reported over that his son, Ashagere Ayelin, had passed away, and I think another one of his sons, Engdao Yosef, was arrested in order to be drafted into the Ethiopian army. But I think he was released shortly afterwards and had to go to Sudan. Come on, a year later, in the year 1983, I think he was at that point in time head of the entire community, and he would begin, let's just say, he's traveling to Sudan over there. I think it was a 4-month journey, and over there he was strengthening the whole community, whoever was actually embarking on this journey himself, reciting, chanting various different tefillot, different prayers, and really trying to strengthen the people. They would arrive in Sudan, and he would join his son, Engdao Yosef. It was reported over they would stay in the Wodilo camp and will move to Gedarif after that. And think, come what 1984, he was successful and finally emigrated to the land of Israel. So this was like a 2-year traveling process in of itself. and he would settle, I think, and spend significant time in the area of Hadera. And Hadera is a great place, a very, very thriving Jewish life in of itself. I think he would also dwell in Ha'atlit, if I'm not mistaken. And once he came to Israel, there was tough times also integrating into Israel. I think he had brought many books to Israel, which weren't necessarily returned to him at the time when he actually immigrated successfully to Israel. And unfortunately, I think there was legal issues in of itself that him and his son suffered from, actually that would make them pay a visit even to the Knesset at that point in time. And so it wasn't so smooth sailing, but he continued with doing huge amounts of work in Israel. And I think he organized various different wedding ceremonies. It's reported of 14 couples at the Yad Eliyahu place. And he would, I think initially there was problems getting permission from the rabbinate to, let's just say, officiate weddings, but eventually he would be able to do that after a period of time. And I believe he was also a shochet. It was reported over by the method accepted, let's just say, by the Ethiopian Jewish community. And he would, I think there was actually, if I'm not mistaken, an Ethiopian Jewish custom how to, let's just say, perform the shechita in of itself. I think come what year 1994, he would serve as a chief representative of all the rabbis on a specific committee in of itself and try to, let's say, bring more equality status, possibly among the rabbis, especially from different background statuses in of itself. And it's actually reported over he didn't want to necessarily receive even the salary from the rabbinate. And that's also important to see, just his nature in of itself. Now, he passed away in 2018, and many people a testament to them, like especially students, his wife, and various different acquaintances, about the brilliance he had within regards to Torah. And I believe he left great descendants, including his daughters, Rabbanit Esther Ishiyahu and Rabbanit Deborah Biad Deglin, also, and various others, Yasu Solomon, Azano Fardu, Gebio Belaya Desa, and Professor Corinaldi. I think the Egyptian Jews reported over didn't necessarily use a term or the title rabbi, let's just say, within regards to addressing a chacham in of itself. But Bet Shvat marks this the 2nd of Shvat, 2018. He passed away 7 years ago from the time of recording. Please don't forget to like candles in his memory, and please subscribe to the channel. We are a community here.